we got to get right back to work out here in Arizona. We got these wide loads in the power, known as power hitters, and we I know we were intimidated last time we saw them. They got good power, good contact. Not the
Yeah.
fastest team, but they're above average in everything else except for speed. So they're really, I'm
Yeah.
surprised they're 14-14. They're going up against the Beewolves, who are 11-7 contact specialists, and starting on the mound for the wide loads is going to be their southpaw, the left-hander Chuck Bourbony, with real good velocity,
It's chunk.
average
Chunk.
chug. That's right. Uh, Average junk on the ball and really accurate. Like you mentioned, he's 4-0 on the season with a
Yeah.
2.88 ERA and a 0.98 WHIP. Pete.
Yeah, he's their A pitcher, and he's 4-0 on the season, got the best record of their pitching staff. So he's going to be tough. Opponent batting averages, the average opponent batting average against Bourbon is a paltry 181. So the Beewolves, who have struggled with offense, are going to really have their hands full with Bourbonnais. Notable players for the Wideloads, they're going to have Hack Liner at third base. He's got exceptional power and the exceptional ability to connect. He's got better than average speed on the base paths, and he's hitting 272 on the season with 5 home runs, and he's locked in right now. So he's going to be a dangerous customer at the plate. Mashadanga, the first baseman, who's playing slightly injured, has better than average power, great ability to connect at home plate, and less than average speed. So it might be maybe there's a leg injury or something, but she's hitting 222 with a home run on the season. And then Gaspar, the shortstop, has great power and about average ability to connect and about average speed. He's only hitting 186 with 3 home runs though this season. So he's been hurt. He's been suffering a little bit offensively.
Mm. Well, they're going to be going against our star pitcher, the right-hander Hurley Bender. He's throwing the ball real hard, real good movement on it, real good accuracy. He's one of the better pitchers in the league. He's got a 1-3 record on the season, though. So he really wants to turn that around before the playoffs, end the season with a winning record. He's got a 4.112 ERA and a 0.96 WHIP. I know he started the season a little bit slower. He's fired on all cylinders in his last few games.
Yeah, as has most of the Beewolf pitching staff. Our starting pitchers have been pitching lights out again in the game against the Grapplers with an injured Frangipani. She still turned in a 7 strikeout game, so she's doing really well. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, Bender's record doesn't really reflect how well he's been doing, but that's more a product of the team than him.
Sure.
Going for the Beewolves, you got Laura Franco, the first baseman, exceptional power, great, very good ability to connect at the home plate, very good speed on the base pass. She's hitting 396, with 2 home runs. Buster Biggs in left field with great ability, great power, great ability to connect, and great speed. He's actually outperforming what he's done over his career. He's hitting 368 on the season with 3 home runs, and he's locked in. Of course, Bertha Banks, who's made a grand appearance here in the last couple of games, she's locked in playing third base. She's got better than average power, a little bit better than average ability to connect, and about average speed. She's hitting 221 on the season with 2 home runs, both
Yeah,
of
it's good.
which coming in that last game. So way to go,
Well,
Bertha.
looking at the ticker down there, Hack Liner's got the 5th most runs in the league, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. I was also watching the ticker. Laura Franco, the best batting average in the whole league. That
Yeah, and
396.
I think Buster Biggs might be 6th on that list as well. So he's doing pretty well as well.
Yeah, and it's good to see Bertha Banks on that list too. So
Yeah.
going in to see what we look like here, getting the new lineup from the assistant coach. Starting off at second base, you want to guess?
Second best is Frangipani.
Wrong. Gina
Oh,
Torrance. Gina
Gina
Torrance.
Torrance. Why did I say Frangipani? She's a pitcher. I got pitchers on the mind here. I'm thinking pitchers.
I didn't even connect the dots either. No, Gina Torrance is going to bat. She's going to start off the second base woman.
Do I get
She,
points because that's who I meant? I meant
yeah,
Gina Torrance, but I said Frangipani for some
yeah.
reason.
Gina Torrance is technically 100%. She's still wearing the tape. She's taping up her wrist, or nursing that back, but we're good to see her back in the game. She's going to be followed by Buster Biggs in left field. As you said, Buster Biggs is locked in. Bertha Banks, third base. Bertha Banks has worked her way up to third in the batting order, Pete. So she's locked in and hoping she can expand on her on her performance so far. Laura Franco always likes to bat fourth.
Cleanup.
Yeah.
Batting cleanup.
She'll be playing first base today. Billy LeBoink in right field is going to come behind her in fifth. Magic Moore, the center fielder, who's got good contact against southpaws, so hopefully he gets his cracks at their guy. He'll be in center field, and Haley Dexter is batting seventh. Poor Mr. Dexter is just rattled, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he needs a vacation or what, but we need him. So he's going to bat seventh. Eliza Peck will be playing behind the plate again. We're hoping to see her do a little bit more. She hasn't been as stellar as we'd hope she'd be yet, but I think it's a matter of time.
She's had some mysterious muscle growth, though, lately, so she's got a little bit more power.
Yeah, maybe more confidence come with it. So Hurley Bender will take the mound, and again, he throws the forefinger, the two finger, the cut finger, the curveball, and the slider.
The cut your finger ball he throws.
So,
must be hot. They got it closed up again, Tommy.
Welcome into the field today, the Tidbit employees.
Yes, sir. Fine men and women over there, Tidbit. Welcome in. Going for the Wideloads. It's going to look a little something like this. Donga at first base, Friedman at second, Gaspar at shortstop, Liner at third base, Hobbs in left field, Acuro in center field, Royds in right field, Prize catching, and of course, Chug Bourbonnais taking the pitcher's mound. Coming up at the top of the first, Masha Donga, Janus Friedman, and Shimo Gaspar. As Hurley Bender sets up shop on the pitcher's mound. He'll be throwing to Eliza Peck today. Why am I popping my peas? Masha Donga, the shortstop, hitting .222 on the season. 1 home run, 11 RBI. She's playing first base for the Wideloads. First pitch by Bender's in there for a called strike. Strike one. Bogus docs, creative bookkeeping, and pseudo-legal documents. That was low. Gets away from Peck, 1-1. Bender delivers. That's in there for called second strike. Donga finds herself behind 1 ball, 2 strikes with no outs in the top of the first. That's a little outside. Try to get her to chase something a little bit off the plate. Evens up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There it is. Delivered to Gina Torrens, who dives to get it, gets up, makes the throw over to Franco at first base for the out. Janus Friedman, the second baseman, in .266 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. Bender delivers a low pitch, ball 1. 1 out. Top of the first. Stands are full. That's in there for called strike. Evens up the count, 1-1. A lot of Beewolf paraphernalia out there. Swing and a miss by Friedman, the second baseman. Finds himself behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bender delivers. Friedman checks his swing. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a shot. Oh, just past the diving Franco. Into right field for a single. Chimo Gaspar, the shortstop, hitting .186. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. Runner at first does not have a lot of speed, Friedman. Bender delivers that in there for a called strike. Runner at first with 1 out. There's a roller foul along the third base line. No ball, 2 strikes. Gaspar in the hole. Runner at first, swing and a miss. And Peck drops that one. Gets away from her, and the runner's able to get to second. But that's a strikeout. First strikeout for Hurley Bender. Hack Liner, the third baseman, is locked in. He's known as an RBI man. He's hitting .272 on the season with the runner at second. First pitch is in there for called strike. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs in the top of the first. That pitch is in there for a called second strike. Liner's in the hole, 0-2 with 2 outs. That's in there for called third strike. Liner watched it go by. He goes down on strikes. So 1 hit, no runs in the top of the first. Gina Torrens, Buster Biggs, and Bertha Banks coming up in the bottom of the first as Chuck Bourbonnais trots his team out there and tries to get it going here. Torrens hitting .280 on the season with 2 RBIs.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's the only way she's getting an RBI here, so she takes one over. First pitch in for a ball, second pitch for a ball, and she's already 2 ahead of Chuck Burbany. And his third pitch, she hits it hard. Pete, I was just talking. Oh, and it gets almost to the warning track. Hobbs is going to catch that in left field for that first stop. But a good hit.
Yes, sir. She's giving it a good ride. Bester Biggs, the left fielder's locked in, hitting 368. 3 home runs and 13 RBIs on the season. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike one. There's a shot to the shortstop. Gaspar picks it up, makes the throw to first to retire Buster Biggs.
Here she comes. Bertha Biggs. Hitting 221, riding the waves here. First pitch inside there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Burbany throws his 7th pitch. She reaches out, hits it down the line, but it's foul. Too far. 0-2. That one's in there. Oh, I think she broke the bat a little. Rolls it down to first. Donga picks it up and walks her out to first.
No runs, no hits. As we head into the top of the second, there's no score in the game. Wade Hobbs, Fungo Akuro, and Ella Royds all going to get a first look at Bender, who's thrown 16 pitches with 2 strikeouts, and he gave up 1 hit.
A couple too many pitches maybe for him there. Wade Hobbs, 295 on the season with 5 long balls, 13 RBIs. Generally a good power hitter. The left hitter watches the first pitch come in a little bit high. Ball 1-0 count. Top of the second, no score. That one he hits hard. It's a line drive to Buster Biggs, who walks up and grabs it for that first out. 2 pitches, 1 out. Fungo Akiro, 288 on the season with 2 home runs, 17 RBIs. Real good contact hitter, the right-hander, but not a whole ton of power. Swing and miss on that first one by Bender. Strike 1. 0-1 the count with just 1 out here. A lot of good fans on hand today. That one low and away makes it in there. Strike 2, and Bender's ahead of him in the count. We'll see if he throws that wicked slider. 21st pitch. Curveball. A little bit high. Bender adjusting the gear. Still 0-2 to Fungo Akiro. Swinging and a miss, strike 3. It's a second K of the day. Pete looking good on the mound.
Yes, sir.
Ella Royds is hitting 293 with 4 home runs, 23 RBIs. More power than contact, Ella, the right-handed batter. The right fielder, solid hitter for the Wideloads. Hits one in a row in dugout. Foul ball, 0-1 the count. Looking to get out of the second inning here as Bender throwing his 24th pitch, low and away. A little too low and a little too away. Ball 1. Inside corner, she puts that one into the Beewolves dugout. Didn't want to play favorites there. 1-2 the count to Ella Royds. That one gets away, swing and a miss. Eliza Peck has to pick it up and throw it at first, and they get her for that 3rd out.
All right. Way to go. No runs and no hits in that one. Alora Franco, Billy LeBoyk, and Magic Moore going to face Chug Burbany, who threw 8 pitches in that first inning. Beewolves are going to have to make him start to work a little bit harder. Alora Franco, the first baseman, is neutral and fit, hitting 396 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. She's also leading the team in extra base hits. That one's outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Oh. That's a hit to Gaspar at shortstop. He picks up, makes the throw to Donga at first to retire Franco. 1 out.
Boy, this is really some good pitching here by those. Billy LeBoyk comes up in 339 on the season. Chuck Burbany's a hard guy to hit. The pitch comes inside, ball 1. Doesn't have a strange delivery. Billy LeBoyk hits it hard, but it's a liner straight to Akiro in center field. 2 down.
2 down. Magic Moore, the center fielder. Neutral and fit, hitting 362. He's got good connection versus left-handed pitching. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. That's up the middle into center field. Our first single of the day.
Way to go, Magic Moore.
Magic Moore's on first base.
Not a little too late, though. Andy Dexteris comes up 263, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. The pressure's up here a little bit. Dexteris, maybe he's turning things around today. Maybe today's the day, Pete. First pitch in there, hits hard, but it's going to be foul ball to the right side. 0-1 the count. There goes Moore for second base, throwing out the second. Gets in there, and he's safe. He's in scoring position. Right. We get an outfield single by Dexteris here. And that's in good patience. 2-1 the count, bottom of the second. Swing and a miss, a little bit late on that there, but he's a tough out. Locked up at 2-2. Ooh, he hits that one into the Wideloads dugout. Still staying at 2-2. That one in there, he rolls it to first base. Dongas picks it up, walks it to first, and 3 down.
Yep, but the hits have evened up with one each, no score. As we head into the top of the third, Prince Prize, Chug Bourbonnais, and Masha Donga. Bender's at 26 pitches with 4 strikeouts, and he gave up 1 hit.
The catcher, Prince Prize.
Prince Prize, the catcher's neutral and fit, hitting .421 on the season with a home run and 3 RBIs. Bender delivers, that's fouled off along the first base line, out of play. No balls, 1 strike to Prize. No outs as we enter into the third inning. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to Prize, who's in the hole. Bean Knockout Coffee gets him a swing and a miss. He was fooled completely. And Price goes down on strikes. That makes it 5. Chug Bourbonnais, the starting pitcher, he's hitting .077 on the season with an RBI. Neutral and fit. Stands in the batter's box. First pitch is in there for called strike. Strike 1. Bender delivers. That's in there for called second strike, and very quickly Bourbonnais behind. No balls, 2 strikes with an out. No score so far. Swing and a miss. That's number 6 on the day for Bender. And Bourbonnais tries to break the bat on his knee and fails. Masha Donga, the leadoff batter. So the Wideloads have gone all the way through their batting order, and they're back at the top. Pitch is in there for called strike. Strike 1. Donga hitting .220. Feeling neutral and fit. Playing first base. Second pitch is in there for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs to Donga. Top of the third with no score. Bender delivers. A little high. Ball 1. 1 and 2. Bases are empty for Donga. There's a shot, and Dexteris is going to pick that one up. Make the throw to Franco for the third out. And Donga took a little hit in the mojo. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going into the bottom of the third. Eliza Peck, Hurley Bender, and Gina Torrens. Bourbonnais up to 20 pitches, and he's given up 1 hit. Come on, Beewolves.
Big defensive game here today. Not much going on yet.
So far. Eliza Peck, the catcher, steps in. She's hitting .136. Rolls that along the first baseline. She's on the run, but Bourbonnais was able to get over and cover. And the first baseman threw out Peck.
Here comes Hurley Bender. He's got more power than most pitchers. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. He's trying to get that pitch count up from Bourbonnais. Throwing his 23rd pitch. Hits that one hard up the middle, and he's going to make it on, Pete. Our pitcher is going to put together some offense here. Good single.
Yes, sir. So Hurley Bender standing at first. Gina Torrens, the second baseman, steps in. She's 0 for 1, but feeling neutral and fit. And Bender's off with the pitch, and he's in there with a stolen base.
Way to go,
Bender's
Bender.
standing at second. Ball 1-0. Now it's outside to Gina Torrens. 2 balls, no strikes with an out. That's outside ball 3. Bourbonnais behind 3-0. That's in there for called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. The throw back to second, and Bender gets back. That's in there for a called second strike. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gina Torrens puts that high in the air, and the left fielder is out to make the catch, and Bender has to get back to second. 2 outs now with Buster Biggs.
Buster Biggs could do something in the outfield here. 0 for 1, 365. He just needs that outfield single to get Bender. Bender's got that speed. He can make it home. First pitch of ball. Chug Bourbonnais not throwing all strikes here. He's got a lot of balls in there. There's a strike. 32nd pitch coming up here. 1 apiece. Right in there. Oh, man, did he hit that hard down the line. Foul. Did Buster Biggs.
No.
Ooh,
no.
Swing and miss inside the corner. He goes down like Chase.
But the Beewolves pick up another hit. So Wideloads, no runs, 1 hit. Beewolves, no runs, 2 hits. Coming up at the top of the fourth, Janusz Friedman, Chimo Gaspar, and Hack Liner. Bender's at 36 pitches with 6 strikeouts and 1 hit. Friedman with that hit. He is 1 for 1 with a single. He's neutral and fit. Playing second base. And I'm supposed to be doing something else.
More power than contact here. There's a pitch in there. Misses. That first one does Bender. 1-0 count. Top of the fourth, still no score here in Phoenix, Arizona. The home team Beewolves are hoping to make it 3 straight by beating the Wideloads. They played them once earlier this season. and did beat them, so they're hoping to clean up the series. Got a couple more pitches in there now. It's 2-1 to Jonas Friedman. Curb makes it in there. Nice pitch, 2 apiece. No outs. Early Bender throwing his 41st pitch right now. Swing and a miss. There's that slider outside corner. Another K for the Bender.
Yes, sir.
Chimo Gaspar.
Chimo Gaspar 0 for 1, 184, a real good power hitter. Only problem is it's looking a little bit tense today. The right-hander getting ready to jump on something. Bender hoping to fool him with some movement. Ooh, going right off his hands. Misses 1-0 the count. Watch out, Chimo. He anticipated that one, though, and it's going back, and it's out of here, Pete. Right off of the thing in right field. Chimo Gaspar not tense anymore. He hit that ball 376 feet. It was off the post in right field. His 4th home run and 6th RBI of the season. And the Wideloads grab a 1-0 lead here in the 4th.
The third baseman, Hack Liner.
Hack Liner, 0 for 1. Outfield's going to play deep for Mr. Liner, who's locked in. Ooh! Getting back off the plate is Bender. Not necessarily a bad move. Liner now, see if he comes back in on the outside. Tries to fake him out. There's that curveball. He doesn't swing. Strike 1, 1 apiece. It's a 1-0 Wideloads lead here. High inside corner, strike 2, 1-2. Pitch number 47. The signal from Peck. The delivery. Swinging him in strike 3 on the outside. What a day for Bender. If it weren't for that one home run, it'd be a perfect game. Almost. Not really. One hitter. Wade Hobbs 0 for 1.
Yes, sir.
Also a power hitter is Mr. Hobbs. The outfield's going to go deep. Left-hand batter's box, waving the hips. Swings, hits that pitch hard, but it's mostly high and not far. Going over, there was some communication there. Magic Moore calls it in center field.
So the Wideloads take a 1-0 lead off their second hit of the game. Coming up in the bottom of the 4th, Bertha Banks, Laura Franco, and Billy LeBoink all 0 for 1. Bourbonnais at 33 pitches with 1 strikeout and giving up 2 hits. Banks playing third base is locked in and fit.
Wouldn't be surprised to see her tie it up here.
I hope so. First pitch is outside. Inside. Ball 1. One's outside. Ball 2. That's in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Banks. That's inside. Ball 3. 3-1. That's in there for a called second strike. Count is full. That's ball 4. Bertha Banks takes a walk on 6 pitches.
I don't know.
Bourbonnais not taking any time to come to the plate.
No, I think Bertha Banks has probably walked the most of any Beewolf. Laura Franco at the plate takes the first pitch in their ball. I say Chuck Bourbonnais losing a little bit of something on his accuracy. Got 2 balls to Laura Franco. Third pitch is a hard one. She hits it high and hard out to right center field, but running for it is Akiro, who grabs it on the run for that first stop. Boy, I thought I was going to get past him.
Me too. Billy LeBoink, the right fielder, neutral and fit on the day. He likes the high pitch. He's 0 for 1. Bertha Banks at first base with 1 out. Pitch is in there for called strike. Billy LeBoink hitting 336. There's a shot. Oh no. To Friedman. On the fly, and Banks was able to get back. So
good heads up move by Banks there. Magic Moore 1 for 1. Facing 2 outs against Bourbonnais. First pitch is a ball to Magic Moore. 1-0 the count. That's his shot, but it's popped up in the right field, waving it off, and underneath it, Elleroy's. We're down 3-0.
Okay. Heading into the top of the 5th, Fungo Akiro, Elleroy's, and Prince Prize. Hurley Bender's at 48 pitches with 8 strikeouts, giving up 2 hits. Wideloads with a 1-0 lead.
Now batting,
as we head into
Fungo Akiro.
the top of the 5th inning. Bender's at 3.98 ERA. That's in there for called strike. Fungo Akiro, the center fielder, 2 home runs on the season. That one's a low. Ball 1. Count is evened up 1-1. everschool.co.edu.pu for career students and temporary teachers. That's in there for called second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We are thankful for all of our advertisers. That one's outside. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with no outs, no runners. to Fungo. That's just over the low outside corner for called. Third strike. Akiro goes down on strike. Ella Royds is tense and fit. She's playing right field for the Wideloads. 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch is in there for called strike. Strike 1. Royds with 4 home runs on the season. Bender delivers for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Royds does not have a good swing yet. Oh, that one's inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Base is empty for Royds. Swing and a miss. Royds goes down swinging. I believe that's his 10th strikeout so far in the 5th inning. Prince Prize is tense and fit. 0 for 1 on the day with hitting .400 on the season. Got a home run that's popped up to Buster Biggs, who makes the catch to retire the sides on the warning track in left field. Coming up at the bottom of the 5th, Hanley Dexter is 0 for 1. Eliza Peck 0 for 1. Hurley Bender 1 for 1. Bourbonnais at 46 pitches, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 2 hits. Wideloads holding a 1-0 lead.
Come on, Hanley.
Hanley Dexter is rattled. He's a tough out and a utility fielder. That one's inside. Ball 1. There's a shot up the middle into center field, and Dexteris is going to be standing on first with a leadoff single. Way to go, Hanley. His mojo's up.
I think he was thinking he wasn't going to swing unless it was right down the middle. That's the only way we got to get back from that. Eliza Peck 0 for 1. Hoping to get Dexteris around the bases. Goes in first. Dexteris, good jump back. Get in there. It's going to take a little bit of something off his speed. As pitch Peck first one strike. Chuck Bourbonnais getting ready to throw his 50th right here. Ball, 1 apiece, bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Wideloads with a man on first, no outs. Peck hits it hard to center field, running back to the warning track. They're going to grab it, though. Akiro's going to get that first out. Dexter's got to come back to first.
Come on, man. Hurley Bender, the starting pitcher. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single, hitting 286 with a home run and an RBI. 1 out. Hanley Dexter is standing at first. There's a pop-up just in front of home plate. Dexteris is going to get back to first, and that's the second out as the catcher makes the catch.
Oh, don't strand him out there. Gina Torrance 0 for 2. Time to go 1 for 3, Gina. In the left-hand box. That one's in there for ball. Good patience. Pressure's mounting here in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh,
that one's in the zone. She pops it up, though, into center field. Wave him off again. Akiro makes that 3rd out in center field.
Coming up in the top of the 6th, Chug Bourbonnais 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Masha Donga 0 for 2. And Janus Friedman 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Bender's at 58 pitches, 10 strikeouts, 2 hits. Wideloads holding on to a 1-0 lead. Bourbonnais locked in and fit.
A 2-hitter. Bourbonnais, a big pitcher. I didn't even realize he was that big until I saw him stand at the plate in the right-hand box. Third ball makes in there for a strike. Hurley Bender still got more gas in the tank than not. And the 60th pitch is there for a strike. 0-2. He's quickly ahead of the count for Bourbonnais. And he goes, right at him. He didn't swing at anything. I don't know if Bourbonnais going to swing at anything. 1-2 the count. Locked in, though, he is. Missed ball 2 there. And all of a sudden, he's losing a little bit of something. There's a pitch low and away strike. Another KP. How many is that?
11.
11 strikeouts. I don't know if 12 or 13 was his most for Mesh Dog 0 for 2. Good contact hitter with some power. A little bit tense. Not quite 100% in her. Swinging a miss. She was going for the fence there. 0-1 the count. She's not physically 100%. Slider misses outside. 1 apiece. And Masha Donga swinging a miss. Strike 2. He's ahead in the count to Masha. Looking to get out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Makes it in there, pops it up to right field. Billy LeBlanc running under it to get it. Grabs it over his shoulder at the warning track. 2 down. Janice Friedman 1 for 2. Locked in. Strike. 0-1 the count to Janice Friedman. Patient batter. Hits that one hard. Liner to Buster Biggs. Just short of the warning track for that 3rd out. We're out of that side, Pete.
All right. coming up in the bottom of the sixth. Buster Biggs 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bertha Banks 0 for 1 with a walk. And Alora Franco 0 for 2. Bourbonnais at 54 pitches with a strikeout, a walk, and giving up 3 hits. And honestly, it's a 1-0 game, and Wideloads with 1 run off of 2 hits. Buster Biggs 0 for 2 on the day, hitting .362. That's in it for called strikes. Biggs playing left field for the Beewolves. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Buster Biggs, who's hitting .362 on the season. That one's high. Ball 1. 1-2. There's a shot, and I think Buster Biggs just tied this game up, Tom. There it is. A home run. The 4th hit goes out there into right field, 410 feet. That's his 4th home run and 14th RBI of the season. Ties the game at 1-1, with Bertha Banks stepping into the batter's box.
She's locked in 0 for 1. Well, hopefully that breaks the seal for the Beewolves here. Get some offense going. Bourbonnais, swing and a miss. She's a little eager on that one. 60th pitch, ball 1. 1 apiece. Pressure's mounting here in the bottom of the 6th. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2 to Ms. Banks. Low and away, she rolls it past the mound, picked up by Gaspar. Shortstop, she runs it out, Pete. Good
way to
legs.
Go. Infield single for Bertha Banks. So Laura Franco, the first baseman, she's 0 for 2, hitting .387 on the season. She's a neutral and fit. Bertha Banks staying at first with no outs. That one's in there inside for a ball. Ball 1. That one's low. Ball 2. 2-0 to Alora Franco. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. Ball 3. 3-1 to Alora Franco. And Bourbonnais just walked Alora Franco on 5 pitches. Runners at first and second with no outs.
The pressure is really high now under Billy LeBoink. There's only no outs. Bottom of the 6th. Billy LeBoink stepping to the plate. Crushes it, liner. Oh, but it's caught the warning track. Hobbs grabs it for that first out. Runner's got to go back. Don't strand him. Don't strand him.
Magic Moore comes up. He's got good connection versus left-handed pitcher. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Runners at first and second base with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Score is tied 1-1. That first pitch is inside. Ball 1. 1-0. There's a smash up the middle into center field, and the lead runner is coming around, and she's going to score.
Yes.
Beewolves take the lead 2-1.
All right, there's that.
Go ahead.
There's that offense we were talking about. And like you were saying, Pete was saying, runners at first and second with only 1 out, and Dexter's at the plate. Takes his first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to Mr. Dexter. That one's high and inside. Good patience. Ball 1. The pitches are coming up here. 73rd pitch. Hits it hard, and it's going to drop in the gap in right center field. The lead runner's coming around again for home. He's got to slide in there, and she gets in. Alora Franco. It's now 3-1 Beewolves.
All right. Eliza Peck steps up. She's tense and fit. 0 for 2 on the day. Runners at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Peck takes the first pitch. Ball 1. 1-0. Beewolves with a 3-1 lead. That one's outside. Ball 2. 2-0. That one smashed foul along the third baseline. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's in the gap, and we're going to have another one come around third base, and as they're coming in to score, makes the score 4-1 with only 1 out.
Hurley Bender 1 for 2. We still have 1 out, Pete. Bottom of the 6th is now 4-1 Beewolves. And I'm surprised he's still in there as Bourbonnais throwing his 79th pitch. Swing and a miss. Throws back to second to try and catch Dexter's, but he stays in there. Good jump back. Now Chuck Bourbonnais tense, and it shows. 1 apiece to the Beewolves pitcher. Another one high inside, 2-1. And Bender might not have to swing it. That one's right in there. Strike 2, locked up at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bender goes down on K's.
Well, we're back to the top of the lineup. Gina Torrens 0 for 3. Bourbonnais is going to get lifted for Molly Pops. Molly Pops, the relief pitcher, has a 3.51 ERA, a 1.35 whip. She's got 22 strikeouts on the season. She's locked in and fit. She's got average velocity, a little bit better than average junk, and then a little bit less than average accuracy. She's not completely rested. She throws a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, and a curveball.
Is this thing on?
And there is 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is low from Pops. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. That one's inside, 2-0 to Torrens. That one's outside, ball 3. 3-0 to Gina Torrens. That's in there for a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's fouled off along the first base line. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Pops walks Torrens, the first batter she faces. Buster Biggs steps in.
1 for 3 with a home run RBI. Boy, a grand slam would be real nice if he... Oh, ball a little bit low. 1-0 the count to Buster Biggs. That one's right in there. Hits it hard. It's going into the gap. We're going to have... Everyone's coming around. Oh, the runner's not going to make it. Boy, was Eliza Peck slow. She gets tagged out of home.
But the Beewolves put 5 on the board. Chimo Gaspar, 1 for 2 with a home run and a strikeout. Hack Liner, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And Wade Hobbs, 0 for 2. Bender at 69 pitches. He's got 11 strikeouts as we head into the top of the 6th, I think?
Top of the 7th.
Top of the 7th.
We really took Bourbony apart in that last inning, Pete.
We did. And now with Bender, he's got the lead. Hopefully he'll settle in here. No balls, 1 strike. Not that he hasn't been pitching insane. He's locked in and fit, Tom.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Just over the head of the diving Gina Torrens into right field. Laura Franco into right field for a clean single. Hack Liner 0 for 2, hitting 267. So Gaspar is going to get pulled for a pinch runner. Izzy Baker, the second baseman, is going to come in. He's got 3 stolen bases, hitting 227 with no home runs. He's neutral and fit. He's got less than average power, about average contact, and he's got great speed, and he's known around the league as a stealer. So no outs, runner at first. Bender steps off the rubber and forces the runner back to first base. Hack Liner, the batter, the third baseman, that's in there for a called strike. Liner hitting 267 on his season. Bender throws over to first to keep the runner close. No balls, 1 strike. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1-1. Hack Liner's known in the league as an RBI man. That one was high. Ball 2. 2-1 to Hack Liner. Bender steps off the rubber again and forces the runner back to first. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bender delivers. That one's outside. Ball 3. 3-1 to Hack Liner. And Bender walks Liner on 5 pitches. Now you got runners at first and second with no outs. Wade Hobbs, 0 for 2 on the day. He's neutral and fit. And the runner at second is known as a stealer in the league. Hobbs playing left field for the Wideloads. That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. There's a roller. Oh, dog nabbit.
She runs past it.
Bertha Banks overran the ball and missed it. And so everybody reached and is safe. The bases are now loaded with no outs.
Oh, boy.
After a 5-run inning. That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. The batter, Fungo Akuro, represents the tying run at home base. That's in there for a called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs, top of the 7th. Bases loaded. That's in there for called third strike. Akuro goes down looking. That's 12 for Hurley Bender. 1 out. Ella Royds is tense and fit. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Bender delivers. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. That's in there for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. That one's outside. It was anticipated by Royds, but it was outside. She let it go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Delivers. Fouled off along the first baseline. Royds will get another pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. She goes down swinging. That's 12 for Hurley Bender. I think a personal best. 2 outs now. with the bases loaded, play the batter.
Now batting, Darcy Hicks.
They're going to pull Prince Prize, the catcher, and they're going to pinch hit Darcy Hicks, a first baseman. Hicks is hitting .261 though with 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's tense and fit. He's got better than average power. He's got pretty good contact, and he's got less than average speed. There are 2 outs with the bases loaded. There's a play at any base, really. There's a shot into deep left field.
Gotta jump.
And it's gone. A grand slam home run, which ties the game 5-5. 371 feet. Hicks' 5th home run and 22nd RBI of the season. And the score is tied 5-5.
Oh, my God.
Molly Pops, the relief pitcher, is locked in and fit. Stepping in.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, it almost seems like the game is hell-bent on keeping. It's just weird. Molly Pops, the right-handed pitcher, she's going to be pulled in favor of pinch-hitting catcher Harmony Strauss. Harmony Strauss is hitting .237 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. She's neutral and well. She's got better than average power, about average contact, but does not have a lot of speed. She is a fan of the outside pitch.
Well, that last pitch by Bender was not a smart pitch.
That's in there for a called strike. Bases are clear. 2 outs, top of the 7th. The score is tied 5-5. That's outside. Ball 1. Count is even 1-1. Bender delivers. There's a roller to Bertha Banks, who picks it up and makes the throw to first to retire the side. And as we go into the bottom of the 7th, the Wideloads will make some changes. Harmony Strauss, the pinch hitter, will be pulled in favor of Pro Pierce, the starting pitcher. He's got a 5.79 ERA, a 1.5 whip, and 5 strikeouts on the season. He is rattled, but fit. He's got less than average velocity, and he's got about average junk, and his accuracy is poor. He's got poor accuracy and not a lot of stamina. Not full stamina. He's pitched recently. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. So he will be taking over.
Not sure I understand that move.
I don't either. Their pitching seems to be in question here. Bertha Banks, Laura Franco, and Billy LeBoink all coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Banks 1 for 2 with a walk. Franco 0 for 2 with a walk. Bertha Banks, the third baseman, is locked in and fit. He's 1 for 2. She's got a single and a walk. All right, coming out, Izzy Baker, who I believe was the pinch runner. Izzy Baker's getting pulled, and they're going to bring in Jules Bergman, the left fielder, and they're going to have him playing right field. He's got 2 errors on the season. He's hitting .308 with 1 home run. He's neutral and fit. He's got about a little bit better than average speed, less than average fielding, and about an average arm, and he's got good power versus left-handed pitching. And now we're also going to see Darcy Hicks being pulled. Darcy Hicks, who hit the grand slam home run to tie the game, and he'll be replaced with Olaf Bierson. Olaf Bierson moving to first base. He's neutral and fit. He's got poor speed. He's got poor fielding, and he's got a poor arm. So, the Wideloads, I think, are having some issues, plus more. The first pitch is inside ball 1, 1-0. That one's outside ball 2. Pro Pierce seems to be struggling right off the bat here. That one was low, 3-0. 3 straight pitches to Bertha Banks. That one's in there for a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. There's a fly ball along just out of play in the foul territory along third base. That's ball 4, nowhere even close. And Pro Pierce walked the first batter he faced. Laura Franco, the first baseman, 0 for 2 with a walk.
Not usual to see her go 0 for 2. I doubt she goes 0 for 3. High pressure. She hits it hard, but it's foul down the line, third base side on 1 count. Franco, there's strike 2, and they're 0-2. He's quickly ahead of her. Is Pro Pierce. She pops that one up, but it's got legs. It's going back, but it's going to be caught by the third baseman. Heck Leonard runs out to grab it. 1 down.
All right, Billy LeBoink 0 for 3. He's neutral and fit, hitting .330. likes the high pitch. Bertha Banks on first base. Ball 1, 1-0. Bertha Banks is off with the pitch. Oh, and that's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a shot into left center field. That's going to drop. And everybody's running. And Bertha Banks is going to come around third base, and she's going to score,
Yes.
giving the Beewolves a 6-5 lead.
The center fielder.
Way to go, Billy. Magic Moore 2 for 3. 3 home runs, but I find the Beewolves grabbing, and the Beewolves offense is firing. Oh, they're hitting some hard shots. Foul. 0-1 the count. That one's off the tip of the bat. It's a Texas leaguer. It's going to get caught by Pearson for that second out. Boy, I thought it was going to get over his head.
I swear, I think I've got 2 hits all day. Hanley Dexter is the superstar shortstop. He's tense but fit. He's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. A runner at second. There's a shot into left center field. That's going to go drop. That's in there for an extra base hit. Hanley Dexteris pulls in with a double, and the Beewolves score another run, make it 5-7, 7-5.
Yeah, boy, another double, but it's Dexteris coming back, Pete.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's having a great game.
Eliza Peck 1 for 3 with a single. That one was right in there for a strike, but she watches. Good patience. So 1 the count. That one's an awful pitch, high and inside, ball 1. 1-1 and 2 outs, the bottom of the 7th. 7-5 wide or Beewolves over the Wideloads. 2-1 now to Eliza Peck. Whoa, 3-1. It gets away. No, he's got to come back. He's got to come back. He was a little bit late. Dexteris was sleeping at the wheel there. That missed pitch, he had to come back because he didn't jump on it. Walks Peck there. Now I got runners at first and second. And here comes Hurley Bender.
Hurley Bender, 1 for 3, hitting with a single today, hitting 250. Pro Pierce is getting lifted. And they're bringing in Bal Bozer, the relief pitcher. Bozer with an ERA of 4.97, a 1.82 whip, 19 strikeouts. He's neutral and fit. His velocity leaves as a lack to be desired, and he's got great jump, though, and he's got better than average accuracy. Again, he's also been used recently and isn't well rested. He's known around this league as a specialist. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a screwball, and a changeup.
Okay, there we go. I was hitting my sub thing, but it wasn't coming up for me there.
2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Beewolves with a 7-5 lead. In the bottom of the 7th, there's runners at first and second. The runner at second has speed, but the runner at first does not. Hurley Bender is getting pulled for Benny Balmer. Balmer, the pinch hitter, is hitting 250 on the season with a home run and an RBI. He's feeling neutral and fit. Doesn't have much power. Has less than average contact and about average speed. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That one's inside. Ball 1. 1-1 to Benny Balmer. There's a fly ball into left field, caught by Hobbs for the 3rd out. So we need a new pitcher for none of our relievers are rested.
Well, we really only need 1 inning.
Dusty Winder. Coming up in the top of the 8th, Masha Donga 0 for 3. Janusz Friedman 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And Jules Bergman's first at bat. Dusty Winder coming in for Hurley Bender. Wideloads 5 runs on 5 hits. Beewolves 7 runs on 11 hits. Donga's 0 for 3 today, hitting 214 on the season.
She is looking a little bit tense. A little bit better contact hitter than a power hitter, but good at both. Standing in the right-hand batter's box, Dusty Winder's first pitch is in there. Jams her up, pops up in the center field. Magic Moore coming up, wave him off. 1 pitch, 1 out. Way to start off, Winder.
The second baseman, Janis Friedman.
Janis Friedman 1 for 3 with a single. Standing right in, been a patient batter with 1 out. The top of the 8th, 7-5 Beewolves. Home crowd hoping to see them pull out their 3rd straight win here. That one makes it, dips in there nicely. I think that was the curveball. Strike 1. Fastball inside corner, strike 2. And we're quickly ahead, 0-2 in the count. Misses outside of that one, 1-2 to Jonas Friedman. 5th pitch from Dusty Winter, gets the signal from Peck, winds up, delivers. Just misses inside, and we're even at 2 apiece. That one's hit hard to Dexteris, who's going to get it. Oops. Overthrow to first, gets her. Franco, yeah, way to go. Good play by Hanley Dexteris, who lays out and whips it back to first. Jules Bergman, 308 on the season. I didn't see what he was on the day. 1-2 the count. 7th pitch. Misses, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Bergman, who's smiling, hits that liner down to first base. Franco's going to pick it up, run it down herself to that 3rd out.
All right, heading into the bottom of the 8th. Gina Torrens 0 for 3 with a walk. Buster Biggs 2 for 4 with a home run and a strikeout. Bertha Banks 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Bozer threw 3 pitches in his brief appearance. Beewolves with a 7-5 lead. Gina Torrens, the second baseman, she's 0 for 3 on the day.
She's a specialist, though. Likes the left-handed pitchers. First pitch there for strike. Torrens, a little bit of an itch there by Bill Bozer. That one outside corner, strike 2. Quickly's ahead, 0-2 to Gina Torrens. That one's a little way. She hits it hard down the right line, but it's picked up by Pearson at first base. The 1st out.
Coming up, Buster Biggs, the left fielder, 2 for 4, a home run, a single, 2 RBIs. He's hitting .373 on the season with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. He's playing left field. There's a shot into center field for a clean single. Buster Biggs standing at first base with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
That one was right down the middle. He had to hit it. Bertha Banks, 1 for 2 with a single and 2 walks today. She's been walked twice.
Yes, sir.
First pitch to Banks. Strike 1. That was a little high.
Me too.
0-1 to Banks. That one's outside, ball 1. They thought he was going to run on that one. There he goes. For swing and a miss inside. It's in there, but he makes it in time. Good steal by Buster Biggs. 1-2 the count to Bertha Banks. Inside, she tips it down the left line. Liner picks it up off the dirt. Goes out for the 2nd out. We got Buster Biggs at 3rd base with 2 outs.
Alora Franco, the first baseman, she's 0 for 3 with a walk today, hitting .383 on the season. Runner at 3rd with 2 outs.
Oh.
There's a shot to Liner at 3rd base, picks it up, makes the throw to first to retire the sides. Coming up in the top of the 9th, Hack Liner 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Wade Hobbs 1 for 3, and Fungo Akira 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Winder threw 8 pitches in his brief appearance. Beewolves with a 7-5 lead as we head into the top of the 9th. 3 outs away from a win. Hack Liner, the 3rd baseman, at .267. He's got 5 home runs on the season. Takes the first pitch for a cold strike. Strike 1. Winder delivers. A little outside. Ball 1. Evens the count. 1-1. That's in there for call. 2nd strike. Low outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs in the top of the 9th. That one was outside. Evens the count again at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's popped up into... Oh, sure. Oh,
no.
Center field.
In the center field. He's going around 2nd base. He stops at 2nd with a double. That was a missed ball there by Magic Torrens. And we got a scoring runner at 2nd base. Wade Hobbs up now. Medium pressure. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pitching.
Wade Hobbs represents the tying run at the plate. Runner at 2nd has some speed. Looks like we might have a substitution. Dusty Winder is going to be replaced by Smack Avery, the closing pitcher. Smack Avery with a 3.55 ERA, a 0.87 whip, and 7 strikeouts. He's feeling neutral and fit. He's got better than average velocity. He's got less than average junk, less than average accuracy, but he's well rested. Got a 4-seam fastball and a curveball. No outs in the top of the 9th. First pitch is hit foul along the 3rd baseline. No balls, 1 strike. That's in there for called 2nd strike, and Hobbs is in the hole 0-2. Smack Avery delivers. It's a broken bat fly ball to Dexteris, who makes the catch for the 1st out and flips to 2nd, but not in time. 1 out, runner at 2nd. Fungo Akuro steps in. He's 0 for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts. Avery delivers. It's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. There's a shot to Magic Moore in center field. He makes the catch and throws it into Dexteras. And the runner from second was able to tag up and get to third, but there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Ella Royds, who's 0 for 3, steps up. 2 outs. They're going to play the batter. That one's inside. It was an anticipated pitch by Ella Royds, but it was inside. Ball 1. 1-0. That one's outside. Ball 2. 2-0 to Royds. That one's low. Ball 3. 3-0 to Ella Royds with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. That's in there for a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Ella Royds walks on 5 pitches. So the tying run is at first base with Olaf Bierson, the power-hitting first baseman, steps in. Sitting 286 on the season with no homers and no RBIs. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1 to Bierson. That was outside. Ball 1. 1-1 to Olaf. That one's low. Ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Olaf Bierson. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. It's a broken bat fly ball into foul territory along the first base line. The catch is made by Alora Franco, and the Beewolves win again, Tom. That's 3 in a row. Beewolves win, a tight one.
And some of that extra investment we made on Smack Avery paid off there, Glenn, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So the Wideloads got the scoring started with a home run in the 4th inning to give them a 1-0 lead, and then the Beewolves exploded in the bottom of the 6th with 5 runs, only to have the Wideloads come back in the top of the 7th and score 4 to tie it up.
Yeah.
But the Beewolves able to eke out 2 in the bottom of the 7th to take the lead and ultimately win the game 7-5.
And the Wideloads were putting pressure on at the very end there. It could have gone either way, but the closer was able to close it out. Yeah, looking at this here, I mean, it was, look at all that. Look at all the subs on the Wideloads there. I mean, they had a few. Mashidonga goes 0 for 4.
Yeah.
Akiro goes 0 for 4. Royd's 0 for 3. But Chimo Gaspar 2 for 3 with that home run. Was that the who got the 4? Oh yeah, Hicks. Hicks was a sub. One hit gets a grand slam to tie the game.
He had 1 at bat. 1 at bat, 1 hit, and it was a grand slam home run. So, yeah, that was trouble. But, as you were talking about, when you look at the strikeouts, you got Akuro had 3 strikeouts. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Royds 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. She did walk once, but wow, that's crazy. Chuck Bourbon, well, he's a pitcher, so he had 2 strikeouts. But then you had Hack Liner, 1 for 3. He did have a walk, but he also had 2 strikeouts. So, he struck out, half of the time he was up. So, yeah. Yeah.
Well, and on the other side, you got Gina Torrance goes 0 for 4. Alora Franco goes 0 for 4. I mean, Alora Franco's got the best batting average in the league, so that's unusual for both of those ladies.
It is.
Buster Bates 3 for 5, and really nice to see Hanley Dexteras go 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs.
Yeah. Let's hope that wakes him up a little bit. That was a very good outing for Dexteras.
For pitching for the Wideloads, Bourbon goes 5.2 innings, gets 8 hits, 5 earned runs off him, walks 2 batters, strikes 2 out, 1 home run off him. He's got a 3.50 ERA now. He's still 4-0 on the season. Pops comes in relief, throws a third of an inning, gets just 1 hit and walks 1. Ends the ERA at 3.48, 2-1 record and 1 save. Pierce comes in though, gets the loss. Goes 2/3 of an inning, gets 2 hits off, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. ERA up to a 7.20 and now 0-1 for the season, the first loss. And Bozer comes in, throws 1 1/3, gets 1 hit off, 4.72 ERA, and 1 loss of the season.
Yes, sir. And then over there on the Beewolves side, Hurley Bender gets the win, finally. Starting pitcher gets a win. He went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, had 13 strikeouts today, which I think is a personal best for him. But he did give up 2 home runs, which is uncharacteristic. He left with a 4.42 ERA. Again, I watch Bender when he's pitching. He gets that batting average, that ERA under 4, but he never leaves with it under 4. But he gets his ERA is at 4.42. He improves his record to 2-3. Dusty Winder came in and pitched an inning. He gave up 1 hit. He left with an ERA of 3.62. His record's 1-1. And then Smack Avery earns the save. He pitched an inning, gave up a walk. He left with a 3.29 ERA. He's got a record of 0-2-6. 6 saves on the season.
6 saves, that's really good. Yeah, going back to Hurley Bender for a second, only 5 hits in 7 innings with 13 strikeouts. Unfortunately, 2 long balls, one of them a grand slam, which, for a total of 5 runs, it was really, they didn't get to him often, but when they did, they really punched it out.
Yeah, it was, that grand slam really kind of did it to him, because that's where, that's 5 earned runs, right? I mean, it's 4 earned runs right there, off of 1 swing of the bat. So, yeah, that one hurt.
Players of the game.
First one is Darcy Hicks, the wide load first baseman. He was 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter and hit that grand slam home run, winds up with 4 RBIs, and he scored a run.
And then he gets pulled, and they throw Beerson in there.
Yeah.
It's not even a first baseman. I don't get that move, but hey, it worked out for us. Second star of the game, the B-plus left fielder, Buster Biggs, always formidable offensively. He's 3 for 5 on the day with a home run, 2 RBIs, a run himself, and a stolen base.
And then, of course, it's nice to see this guy work his way back into the stars of the game. Superstar Hanley Dexterez, the shortstop. 3 for 4, a double, 2 RBIs, and he scored a run. So welcome back to the stars of the game, Hanley Dexterez.
Sure. Contribution, look at that.
Tommy with 8 hits, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, 1 great catch, 2 stolen bases, and 8 strikeouts for a 59% contribution. I only had 4 hits. 2 RBIs, a great catch, a stolen base, and 5 strikeouts. So I only had 41%. Yeah, I thought I got good wood on a couple of those, and they just long flyouts again. Pop, just hang up there long enough for somebody to get under them. It's aggravating.
Well, post-game show. Well, the best way to answer a 3-game losing streak is with a 3-game winning streak.
That's it. That's it.
We got there's 16 games. What do you think about getting these out there so we can check where we're at in the standings for real?
Sure, sounds good to me. Then the first one's a big one. Moose at the Nemesis. So if the Moose can beat the Nemesis,
let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Here it comes across the wire, Pete.
All right, the Moose travel to play the Nemesis. Moose out early and take the lead, and they win it 8-1, helping the Beewolves.
Arctic's going to Philadelphia to play the Freedom. It's close, but the Arctic's taking 5-3.
The Platypi and the Sawteeth. The Platypi travel to meet the Sawteeth, and the Sawteeth hold the court 4-10, 10-4.
Wild Pigs go to visit the Blowfish, and it's a Wild Pigs win 5-1.
Buzzards travel to meet the Crocs, and it's Buzzards 6-3.
Front runners go out to St. Louis to play the Sirloins. It's all Sirloins, 9-0.
Warblers visit the Overdogs. Overdogs play poor hosts and beat them 9-2.
Go Dogs. Herbisaurs go to the Moose, and it's Moose 6-1.
Oh, the Moose are helping us. The Burners travel to meet the Grapplers, and it's Grapplers 9-4.
Hot Corners go to visit the Freebooters, hoping for their 10th win, and they finally get it, 8-4.
The Moonstars travel to see the Jacks, and the Jacks are poor hosts, beat them up 7-2.
Goldcoats go to San Jose to visit the Sharks, and the Sharks crush them 9-0.
It's the Heaters visiting the Moonstars, and Heaters out early and hold on to win 7-4.
Platypi at the Crocs, and the Platypi jump out front, and the Crocs come back, win at 5-4.
Herbisaurs versus the Arctics, and it's Herbisaurs 10-4 over the Arctics.
Goldcoats go to visit the Sirloins. Goldcoats jump out front, and they win at 4-2.
All right.
Oh, my gosh. Pete, start us off in the Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division.
Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division, those Moose that helped us out so much by beating the Nemesis and then beating the Herbisaurs They're holding first place in the Pathfinder division with a record of 19-11. They have a 2.5 game lead over the tied Burners and Blowfish, who are battling for second place.
There's got 2 words for you there, Pete. Nacho crisp.
There you go. Nacho.
Uncharted division. Ahead there now, it's the Wild Pigs jump out in front. They're 15-14. They got a 1.5 game lead against the Platypi, who are 14-16.
And then in the Journey division, to close out the Pioneer Conference, the Sandcats with a comfortable lead, sitting at 21-9 and in first place, followed by the Arctics, who are 18-12 and 3 games behind the Sandcats in second place. And the Grapplers, who are in third place at 13-17, are 8 games back. I don't know if the Sandcats are going to have any competition coming down the...
There's a chance that that Phoenix takes the trophy this year. I don't know which Phoenix team yet, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Over here in the Explorer Conference Seafair Division, the front runners at Philadelphia still out front, but they're tied with the Houston Jacks. They both have an 18-11 record. They're both a half game ahead of the Oakland Gold Coats, 18-12.
Wow. And then our very own trade division, the Beewolves have moved into a tie for first place with the Nemesis. Nemesis and Beewolves both sitting with records of 12-17, and they hold a half game lead over the Herbisaurs and the Sirloin, who are tied for second place with a record of 12-18. So it's really kind of it's a schedule, by virtue of the schedule, because the Herbisaurs and Sirloins have played one more game. They're a half game behind.
This awful division is locked up with a 2 and 12-17. We have 5 more losses than wins, and we're in first place.
Yeah. But if you look, the Beewolves' run differential is under 40.
Mm-hmm. Well, going down the Curiosity division to finish off, those San Jose Sawteeth have first place at 18-12. 60% of their games are wins at 37 run differential. They have a 1-game lead against the Colorado Warblers, who are 7-13.
Yes, sir. We will be going to visit the front runners at 18-11, so a team with a winning record.
Yes, this is let's see, the schedule. The front runners, hold on one second here. We go back to the standings. The front runners are in our conference. So is this the first time we played the runners, or?
I'm not sure.
Did we play them already?
Not sure.
No, we played them. They beat us 10-2.
10-2. Beavis Ortiz on the bump.
They pounded us.
Against Singleton. I think that's who's going to be going this time, right?
Singleton, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a rematch.
I don't think we're the same team. The front runners are tough. First place team. This is the only game we're going to play in Philadelphia at that. That's the biggest stadium in this league. So it'll be a big crowd there, but that is going to be a tough game.
Yes, sir. That is
Then
going
we
to
play
be
our
tough.
2 old teams. Come home to play the Overdogs, and we go back to Florida to play the Freebooters.
That'll be nice.
It will be. Let's see here.
Get to see Kent Ratherswell from the other side of the field.
Yeah.
From the other dugout this time.
Wildcard standings as they stand right now. The Pioneer Conference, the Sandcats first place, Moose first place, Wild Pigs first place, and the Wildcard contenders are the Arctics right now. They've got a 1.5 game lead against the Burners coming down the wire here. Explorer Conference, you got the first place front runners, first place Sawteeth and Nemesis. The Wildcard contender, the Houston Jacks. They only have a half game lead against Gold Coats.
Yep, and our very own Beewolves have moved up, no longer in last place. They are now 6 games out of the wild card standing.
Only 15 games left to play.
Yeah, and we got to be in first place alone, because as you can see, even though we're tied with the Nemesis, because their run differential is -3 and ours is -38, they get the nod over us. So,
yeah. Well, of those 15 games, 5 of them are against our division rivals. So we got a game-in-game series against the Sirloins, a game-in-game against the Water Bullets,
and we have a game against the Nemesis too. That'll be a good one.
And then we close the season out against the Herbisaurs. So
yeah,
it could be right down to the wire.
It could be, yeah, because we could be. I mean, right now there's a 4-way battle for first place, really.
Yeah.
us, Nemesis, Herbisaurs, and Sirloins. So we'll get the Sirloins twice, and again, we're going to have to beat them both times to really put some distance on them. The Water Bullets, they're 2 games out unless they can make a move. I mean, but we still want to win those.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we want to be able to beat the Nemesis and the Herbisaurs as we go. We got to beat everybody in our division.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes, man.
All right. Till then, Pete and I will see you in the city of brotherly love. For now, in Phoenix, this is Tommy G.
And this is PJ. And we're saying, get out of here. Good night.